area where you start to get to like just, and like if you think about a relationship giving you serotonin or endorphins or something, if that supply is starting to get cut off after so long, you're not going to have a connection with somebody. They're not giving you your supply, if you will. And people can be like, well, love is about commitment and this and that. Yeah, some of us need emotional connection, mental connection. When that's gone and you're not getting that supply of neurotoxins and feelings and ecstasy from your partner, that's probably when cheating occurs, or straying, or just leaving altogether. Explain, like giving them the warning before the final closure or ending, but something like that where you finally get the courage to move in with your sister, get an apartment, leave, be on your own. And that is so scary and terrifying and not easy to do. Like, I know, I lived it, I'm living it, I get it. It's not easy, but I prayed and I asked God for a plan, and through schooling and financial aid, I'm just getting enough money to have been able to leave, reevaluate my life, be on my own again, and be like, what do I want? Do I want this marriage, or is it time to part ways? And that's where I'm at. So I did this, I guess, a little late. Like, I had really severed our connection for me. On my end, it was probably 80% severed. Not completely, but freaking getting close. And so what I learned is it's just best to give a man a chance to either literally fight back for you or give up on you. And if he gives up on you, bro, he doesn't want you, and you need to find somebody who does. Simple as that. If you've given a man a few months to miss you and he doesn't. He's never going to miss you. And if he does 6 months or a year later, literally, girl, you are wasting your life. No. Make sure that you are doing what fulfills you, your life, your mind, and your soul, because you'll never be able to be happy with a man or for your children or for your colleagues or for your family until you love yourself and accept yourself first, and love and accept others as well. And that's why the Bible says, like, the two most important rules in the New Testament: love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. And when I think of neighbor, it's like, is it like literally your neighbor down the road? Is your neighbor your spouse? Is your neighbor your child? That's literally your neighbor within your house. Yeah, I think so. I think that neighbor is like anyone besides you whom you're within reasonable distance to communicate with. I can remember this time we worked within the TV station alongside each other, like it was the same building. And so I'm on the radio side, but my friend Callie, she's on the TV side. It was hard enough for me to literally stay on task and be a good employee. Like it was. As a millennial, I was kind of like, all over the place, and I loved the chaos of a radio station and a TV station and always just being in different places. I liked that. If I had to be chained to a desk all the time, like when I worked at Geico, oh my gosh, like I worked in insurance and I had to be chained to a desk, and I hated that. I liked the freedom of my job, and so I feel like I could have been a better employee. I could have made more lists, kept to my schedule better, been more helpful. And thankfully I was helpful, and people really liked me, and obviously I was a good worker. I wouldn't have stuck around and been there for 5 years. Go above and beyond, and don't spite your friends at work just because you don't feel like doing something and you're just being lazy or something. That was really wrong of me. That was really bad. And I should not have done that at all. And now I just don't know. I've already taken master degree classes and tried to do my master's degree, and I like it. I just don't know if it's for sure what I want to do. I think I can do it. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do. And like, what am I supposed to do for the next 30 years if I live that long. It seems so long, but I know it's not. And that's the thing that trips me up, is like, I know I don't have much time left on this earth, realistically. The Bible says, like, our life is but a vapor. And I believe it, I know, but still, this day to day, like every day, what am I supposed to do? Just be calm and chill and do nothing and like be a substitute teacher? Is that my lot in life? Okay, I mean, I guess I can accept that. But why does part of me just feel like there's more? I do miss having love. I do love the being in love part of love, like the beginning and the excitement, and maybe that's what I need. I don't know. I'm literally torn between my comfort of my ex and the life he claims he would give me, and like I'm torn between the unknown of the future and the possibilities and like soulmate kind of love. I'm just recording how I feel because I wish I could like watch people's videos of them going through the motions instead of not knowing or them trying to explain it later. I love when people share when they're going through it. And I'm just trying to like be transparent and honest-ish about my own experience, because I feel compelled to help other women and girls at least learn from my mistakes and maybe heed my advice at times. And just to be like that older sister, like, well, this is what I would do and this is what I did or whatever. And I'll just say on a last note, like, you guys, there's just like a lot of bad people in the world. And by bad, I mean like where they just don't have empathy or cares for other people. And those people are parents too, right? They're raising kids. You may have had one of those people as a parent, or both people as a parent, foster parent, grandparent. And it's a lot to overcome, like being dismissed as a child or neglected as a child or abused as a child. It is a lot to get over, but we must face our past and go through those 15 years of our beginning of our life and not ignore that literally made us who we are. It literally shaped our morals, our communication skills, our values, and our love of self. So if that was diminished in our youth, we have a long journey to build that back up for ourselves, to find a spiritual connection with God, to find healing. And like going through year by year is the only way to honestly process all the damage. Seeking counseling and a therapist, even if you have to try again and again, or a trusted family member or trusted friend, work out the missing pieces. My best friend Tiffy was my therapist. I mean, she really was. I confided her with my issues and we could just tell each other anything. And that was so healing for me. And eventually tell my story to them, and they literally adopted me as part of their family. So my being willing to have a friend I trusted, like no issues with guys either. Never stealing each other's guy or boyfriend or going after. No, we had full trust. Like I trust this girl that if I did perish one day, she's the person I'd literally want to take my spot in my life, have all my stuff, raise my child, give all my money to, like my bestie, my Tiffy. She really is the only person I trust more than anyone. So for females, I recommend you work on those kinds of friendships where you have a ride or die bestie that will, again, still let you down because they're human. But for the most part, if they're there for you, she's done so much for me and I could never even repay her, but I try to just be the best friend for her that I can in return and like always be there for her. So it's a two-way street.